All right, get ready for a deep dive. And this one might surprise you. We're going to be talking about the verb to be.
Oh.
And I know.
Sounds
basic.
Yeah, you're thinking super basic, right?
Right.
But just stick with us here because trust me, there is so much more to this little word than meets the eye.
Yeah, absolutely. To be is kind of like...
It really is.
The hidden framework of English.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It is.
It shapes how we communicate in ways we don't even realize most of the time.
Oh, for sure. I remember like when I first started learning English, I wrestled with to be.
It's tough.
All those conjugations, I am, you are, hey, shite, I is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, talk about a brain twister.
It's a lot.
I felt like I was always tripping over myself.
Well, and it's a super common experience.
I know.
Mastering to be is a crucial step to becoming fluent.
Absolutely.
And it's actually kind of fascinating how this really simple verb
underpins even like the deepest expressions.
Yeah.
Think about Shakespeare's Hamlet.
Okay.
To be or not to be.
Right.
It's just 10 words, and to be is in there 3 times.
Wow. Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
And that's Shakespeare, but it's...
Of course.
It's everywhere.
It is.
We use it constantly.
All the time.
Like just in regular speech.
Totally.
Think about this, like, my brother's a doctor. Sounds totally natural, right?
Yeah.
But what if you said, my brother, I are a doctor?
Oh.
Doesn't work.
It just like hurts your ears.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's a good example of the role of to be as a, what we call a linking verb.
Okay.
It's creating a connection
Yeah.
between the subject of the sentence and what we want to say about it.
So it's like the bridge between like the who or the what and then like all the extra details.
It is a great way to put it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like think about describing ourselves.
Okay.
I am 29 years old.
Okay.
He is a doctor.
Yeah.
We are hungry.
Ooh, I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
I could eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in each case, to be is linking the subject to like a number, a noun or an adjective.
Okay, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
But would you say there's more to it than just like the linking part?
Yeah.
It feels like it's so...
It is.
Essential.
It is.
So...
You're totally right. To be is not just about structure. It's also about expressing states of being. Our emotions, our existence.
Okay.
We say things like, I am happy, she is sad, we are confused. It's how we tell people about our inner world.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it's not just about like the facts of what is, but also like how we are.
Exactly. That's it.
Wow.
Adds a whole other layer.
And a deeper complexity.
To this like seemingly simple verb.
I know.
It's pretty amazing how much meaning we can pack into those 2 little letters.
I'm starting to see to be everywhere now.
I know, right?
It's like it was hiding.
It's like it was hiding in plain sight.
I know.
The whole time.
Okay. But before we go too far down this rabbit hole, let's get back to some of the more practical stuff.
Okay.
Like, remember how I was talking about...
The conjugations?
Yes, the conjugations.
Yeah.
Let's walk our listeners through.
Yeah, let's do it.
Those sometimes tricky forms of to be.
Yeah.
And maybe give them some examples they can practice with.
Absolutely.
Along the way.
Totally. Let's break it down in a way that's super clear and easy to get.
Awesome.
Let's start with the present tense.
Okay.
Okay, so we just talked about how to be acts as this
linking verb.
Yeah, this essential linking verb.
Right.
Connecting subjects to all kinds of description.
Yeah.
But there's this other like fascinating piece we haven't really touched on yet.
Okay.
And it's the role of to be in question.
Well, yeah, questions.
Yeah.
Those are definitely important.
They are.
But how does to be fit in there?
Well, think about those like simple yes/no questions that we ask all the time. Like, is he a doctor? Or are you hungry?
Yeah.
Like, you notice how to be
is right at the beginning.
Yeah, it's front and center.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning.
It's like to be totally like flips the script.
Yeah.
Turning a statement into a question.
Exactly.
Wow.
We move to be to the front and bam, we're asking for information.
We are.
But it gets even more interesting when we bring in those question words.
Oh, yeah.
Like who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Okay, so now we're going like beyond just the yes, no.
We are.
And we're digging deeper for like more specific detail.
Exactly. Okay. Instead of just asking, is he a doctor?
Right.
We might ask, what is his specialty?
Okay.
Or instead of, are you 25?
Right.
We might ask, how old are you?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So we're using these question words to pinpoint
Yes.
exactly what we want to know.
Exactly.
It's like to be becomes this like super adaptable tool.
It does.
For asking all kinds of questions.
And what's really amazing is how we just do this.
I know. It's so natural.
So effortlessly. In everyday speech.
Yes.
You know, what is the weather like today?
Right.
How are you feeling? Where is the nearest coffee shop?
Yeah, and we don't even think about it.
We don't.
We just do it.
We rarely stop and think about the grammar behind it.
Right.
But to be is doing a lot of work.
It is working hard.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like our brains are just...
They're wired for it.
Wired for this.
We're just naturally curious.
Yes.
And we used to be to
find out more.
Yeah, to like get the information we need.
Exactly.
Wow.
And you know, that just shows how powerful and versatile this verb is.
It really is.
It's not just about stating facts.
Right.
It's about exploring, inquiring, deepening our understanding.
I love it.
Of everything around us.
Okay, I'm starting to think we could do this whole deep dive.
I know, right?
On questions.
Yeah.
But we've got other things to talk about.
We do.
Let's get back to...
Let's loop back to...
Yeah, let's circle back to something you were talking about before.
Okay.
Those tricky contractions.
Oh, yeah.
I know those can be like...
They can be tough.
A real stumbling block.
Yeah.
For language learners.
Yeah.
And even like native speakers.
Oh, totally.
Sometimes mess them up.
All the time.
Yeah.
You're right. Contractions can be a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
But they're super important for sounding natural and fluent.
Yeah, totally.
So let's break down some of the most common ones, starting at the basics.
Right.
Like, I am becoming, you are becoming, you're, things like that.
And we can't forget about the negative ones either.
Oh, right. Like,
he is not, can be, he isn't.
Yeah.
Or he's not.
Yeah.
Like, even for me as a native English speaker.
I know.
That can be a little confusing sometimes.
It can be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mastering contractions is all about practice.
Yeah.
Paying attention to how native speakers use them in context. It's about developing an ear.
Okay.
For what sounds natural and authentic.
This is making me realize how much we just like take language for granted.
I know.
It's like, it's so complex.
It is.
With all these rules and exceptions.
And yet we...
Like, we do it.
Navigate it so easily.
We do most of the time.
Most of the time.
Right.
It's amazing.
It is.
It's a testament to like the power of the human brain.
Yeah.
And our ability to just learn and adapt.
Okay, so we've talked about conjugation.
We have.
We've talked about sentences, like all the different ways we used to be.
The linking power of to.
Yes, the linking power. The questions.
Yeah.
The contractions.
The tricky contractions.
Yes. What else is there to know?
Well, there's one more piece we haven't really talked about yet.
Okay.
Remember how we were talking about to be, expressing states of being?
Yes.
And emotions.
Yes.
Let's like dig into that.
Okay, yeah, let's explore that.
Yeah.
Let's get into like the emotions of language.
Yes.
That's where it gets really interesting. All right, so we've been going on this journey with the verb to be.
We have.
From its like basic forms to its role in questions.
Yeah.
And all those tricky contractions.
We even tackled those.
We did.
We did.
And now we're getting into
where we're at.
The emotional,
like
the heart of language.
Which emotional heart of language.
Exactly.
Yep.
How to be helps us express all those
really
complex feelings.
Complicated feelings that make us human.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not just about stating facts.
No.
It's about conveying our inner world.
Totally.
Like when we say, I am happy, or she is sad, or even like, we are completely bewildered.
Yeah.
It's how we connect with each other.
It is.
On a deeper level.
Yeah, you're totally right. To be lets us express this whole spectrum of emotions, from joy and excitement to fear and sadness.
It's amazing.
It's like this tiny little verb holds the weight of all human experience.
It's crazy how a word that small can carry so much emotional depth.
It is the power of language, though.
It is.
We can use to be to paint these vivid pictures of our inner landscapes, share our vulnerabilities, and even create bonds of empathy with other people.
I love that.
It's amazing.
And sometimes it's not even about specific emotions, but more like a general state of being.
State of being, yeah.
Like, I am lost.
Yes.
Or he is at peace.
Those are great examples.
Yeah.
It really shows how to be can also express these like broader existential states.
Yes.
Reflecting our sense of self and where we fit in the world.
It's really fascinating how this one little verb can just like cover so much.
It covers so much.
Of what it means to be human.
Of the human condition.
Yeah, and it makes me realize how much we say about ourselves when we used to be.
Exactly. Like a linguistic fingerprint. Yeah. And it's totally unique.
Unique to each of us.
To each individual.
Yeah, and it's something we probably
never think about.
Never really think about.
No.
Yeah, the way we used to be, the emotions we express, the states of being we describe, it all comes together to create our own unique voice.
Our unique voice.
In the world.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, so we covered so much in this deep dive.
Yeah.
Conjugations, sentence structures, questions, contractions.
All those contractions.
All those tricky contractions.
Yeah.
And now this deep dive into the emotional power of to be.
The emotional power.
Like we peeled back all the layers.
All the layers.
Of this seemingly simple verb.
I know.
And there's this whole universe of meaning in there.
And yet there's always more to explore.
There is.
The cool thing about language is that it's always evolving.
It is.
It adapts to our changing needs and how we see things.
Absolutely. So listeners, as we wrap up this deep dive, we're going to leave you with a challenge.
Okay.
Okay? Pay attention to how you used to be in your everyday conversations.
And how other people use it.
Yeah, and how other people used to be.
Yeah.
Notice the emotions that it conveys. The states of being that it expresses.
Yeah, you might be surprised.
You might be.
By what you find.
And remember, the journey of exploring language
never really ends.
Never ends.
It's a lifelong journey.
It is a lifelong journey.
Keep listening, keep questioning.
Yes.
Keep diving deep into the wonder of words.
Until next time, word nerds.
Yes.
Keep those brains buzzing.
Keep them buzzing.
And those conversations flowing.
Yeah.
See you on the next deep dive.